So yesterday, I got a chance to meet a tower controller for a Class D airport, Matt Wells. I've always been intimidated talking to air traffic control, so it was really good for me to meet someone and put a face to a voice. And Matt and I went and flew a little bit, and it was really good. So today, Matt and I are going back up, and we're going to do some pattern work at the airport that he is a tower controller for. Should be real interesting on this episode of Taking Off.
All right, everybody, this is, I met Matt here yesterday, and we went up. So now our mission today is to go to Meacham, and we're going to try out the ILS here.
Traffic says now 13 return on final for 14 Hick.
We're going to mess with the ILS and the autopilot. Matt here is a controller for Meacham. So I'm always intimidated talking to the controllers, so Matt tells me that all of them are people just like me, so we'll see. Is that right, Matt?
That's right, especially since you've been talking for the past couple hours together just fine, so radio or no radio.
I can't believe the truck went here.
You have about 2 to 3 feet on the right, I'm guessing.
Yeah, he gave me a thumbs up over his head.
Thumbs up.
So, yeah, thumbs up as I scrape his paint and ruin my wing. Okay, so responsibilities. I'll be the pilot in charge. If you can handle communications, that'd be great.
Yep.
And that's how we'll do it. And then later, we'll switch off, and you will become the plane will be yours, and do some, which we already briefed yesterday. So
sounds good to me. Whenever you're ready.
Okay, looks like we're gusting from the right a little bit, so it'll be a little bit of a right crosswind, right quartering. We'll adjust for that. Okay, lights, camera, and the action. Yeah, we're looking good on everything. Let's make the call.
All right. Hicks traffic, Centurion 4620 Yankees, departing runway 14 with a right turnout to the north. Hicks traffic. Approach path appears clear.
Okay, right. How do you like that power?
I like it.
Oh good, I can firewall it just like, so that's all good. Okay, we're up. Gear coming up. Hey, flaps coming up. Right.
Hicks traffic, 40 Yankees, and a right crosswind turn to the north. Hicks traffic.
Ever since buying the Centurion, I've mostly done RNAV approaches when flying IFR, but a couple of weeks previously was given the ILS 16 approach in the Fort Worth Meacham, coming back from a trip from the New York City area. I loaded it on the Garmin 430W. As I tried to acquire the localizer, I didn't get any vertical or horizontal guidance on my Aspen PFD. I had just gone VMC and wanted to go to Hicks anyway, which was nearby, so I canceled with the Meacham Tower, and it just so happened it was Matt working the tower that day. So for the mission, I thought it would be good to make sure I could shoot ILS approaches in this airplane.
Fort Worth Meacham Tower, Centurion 4620 Yankee.
Centurion calling the Meacham Tower, say again.
Tower 4620 Yankee, Centurion, about on the northwest corner of Alliance's airspace. I'd like to set up for a practice ILS 16.
November 4620 Yankee ident.
On the flash, 40 Yankee. 20 Yankee. I keep getting that backwards because...
So 4620 Yankee, you want to do the approach inbound to Meacham?
Affirmative. ILS, practice ILS to runway 16.
The 4620 Yankee, no IFR separation will be provided. Wind 150 and 19 is F25, altimeter 3002. Report Muffin. I will approach terminate.
20 Yankee, copy all. We'll report muffin, and it'll either be a full stop or some touch and goes.
November 4620 Yankee Left.
All right, so now that we're talking,
ATR Papa Romeo 16.
now that we're talking to her, she should have identified us on her scope, and any point out that's required will be for them to do.
Okay. All right.
The issue we faced right at that moment was that we were right on the edge of another Class D airport, Alliance, in North Fort Worth. Our ILS approach would take us right through that airspace, so we wanted to make sure, since we weren't on with regional approach, that we would be clear to go through their airspace. So Matt, working the comms, dialed up Alliance on our second radio and reached out to them.
135.15. So we'll monitor them for a minute.
Okay, Michigan Tower, 730, Papa, confirm we would have 180, 140.
Number 3080 Papa Romeo 16, touching left to touch, we'll make a
Alliance
left.
Tower, Centurion 4620 Yankee.
Okay, clear touch to go, 16, we'll make left traffic.
Centurion 4620 Yankee, Lancer.
Yes, sir, 20 Yankee. We're transitioning the west portion of your airspace, practicing the ILS down to runway 16 at Meacham. Just giving you a heads up.
Centurion 20 Yankee, verified 2100.
Verified, 20 Yankee.
Centurion 20 Yankee, I do appreciate the heads up. I have no traffic for you currently.
20 Yankee, thank you, sir.
Yeah, this is very, he was appreciative of us reaching out. Okay. But now I'm going to intercept that ILS. I'm going to go ahead and left turn it into his airspace now. And intercept that ILS. Now, we know that GPSS doesn't work for that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and go to nav on my autopilot, and it should run muffin.
3, turn left at Echo, cross runway 16 left in contact ground.
Okay. We're monitoring Alliance temporarily, okay?
Yeah.
So they have a 16 left and right. Meacham has a 16 and a 17.
Okay, I don't see it catching it. I should start a right turn here. Oh, it is.
No,
there we go. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. It's right turning on its own. But it's catching it.
Yeah, just let it.
Okay, so I have to be at nav mode here and not GPSS here.
You want a quick brief their approach, even though we're doing it practice VFR?
Centurion 210 Charlie Whiskey, Alliance Tower Drive.
No, that's not us. Matter of fact, let's just come off of them. I'm not worried about them anymore. Even though we are practice VFR, ILS.
Okay, so I want to be at Muffin. I want to be at just under 2,000. And I am right now, I'm 2 minutes and 15 seconds from Muffin, 4.3 miles. I'm at 2,000, so altitude looking good, set up for the ILS. Autopilot's on. I'm a little bit left, of course, but the autopilot's adjusting is because I've got a wind that's coming in from the right side at 33 knots.
We'll also, we'll watch these clouds. If this gets to be too low, then
yeah,
I'll leave it to you. But
I'm okay right here, right now. But we're about to start our descent anyway.
And I see the field. I have the field in sight.
Okay, I'm going to pretend like I don't and be running like this is the way I should have been that day coming in from New York.
Yep. I can see your crab angle. Let's see if I can get this.
Yeah. 417 ready to go. Bravo, left traffic.
No, that's too loud.
Yeah, 417 left traffic crew, taxi Bravo, clear for the option.
Crap, I can't do credit.
Okay, I'm now 2.7 miles from Muffin, which is
November 20 Yankee, report Muffin. There's one helicopter in the west pattern making left traffic between the parallel runways.
20 Yankee will report Muffin.
okay. I'm right on my path. That was the magic for doing ILS.
And it also looks like your localizer is lined up nicely too.
On the backup.
Yeah, on the backup. The one thing I was taught in IFR, if you have two, might as well use them.
That's a good point.
Just in case, you know, what if one of them's going haywire and the other one's going legit, you know?
Yeah.
Go around and fix it. But at least you have that option there.
Meacham Tower.
Okay, we are 1.3 from
Papa
Muffin.
midfield for.
Alright, we're about to. Okay, this should work fine because these clouds are right here, but we're
November 3080
about to
Papa,
descend.
wind 160
And I have,
15 gust 24, runway 16, clear to land.
I'm going to go ahead and take my altitude autopilot off, and I'm going to control it with my wheel here. I'm going to leave autopilot on so that it can fly the ILS for me and I don't have to work so hard.
There you go.
Tower 2802, Tango ready to Alpha 1.
Alright, you're going to report muffin.
Aircraft at Alpha 1, meet you down, say again.
I am.
802, Tango ready to Alpha 1.
Okay, beginning our descent.
November 280 Kilo Tango, can you take an immediate?
Oh, you got all day.
November 280 Kilo Tango. Runway 16 at Alpha 1, can you take off?
802, Tango rolling.
4620 Yankees, muffin.
I'm at 40 Yankee. This is going to be a full stop. Touch and go.
Touch and go.
Option.
Never may Sierra Papa, are you on your base?
Sierra
Alright, I'm
Papa,
going to go ahead and slow
Start
it
your
down.
landing checklist up.
Roger. Runway
There's that.
16, clear to land.
25 on
clear to
the...
land, Sierra Papa.
November 20 Yankee, did you want to do your touch and goes on 17 or runway 16?
We'll start with 16.
Especially with the wind
November
gusts.
20 Yankee, roger. Just reduce your speed.
Traffic.
You're following a Cessna.
Traffic in sight.
Stand by
I'm
for a
pulling
minute.
back.
November 8 Sierra Papa, the faster traffic overtaking you. Change to runway 17, runway 17, clear to land.
17, Sierra Papa.
That's okay.
20 Yankee, we have the Skyhawk in sight, no factor. Additional departing traffic in sight, no factor.
Well, there's traffic behind you. There's a Centurion overtaking you behind you, sir.
Yes, this is a Centurion. 20 Yankee, we have the traffic in sight.
Oh, shit.
20 Yankee, right. November 280 Kilo Tango, continue runway heading and contact region departure.
4 whites.
November 4620 Yankee, runway 16, clear touch and go. If you touch and go, make left close traffic. That previous traffic you was following is now landing the parallel runway.
20 Yankee, clear touch and go on the go. We'll make left closed.
I'm back on glide path. Gonna go full flaps.
Gears down, we have a green light. Looking out the window. I got 2 wheels on my side.
Alright, I see 3 then.
I see 1 red, 3 white. Oh, it's only 420, crud.
Easy forward 1 RSG ramp is southeast takeoff, south departure, go.
Forward 1 Mission Tower, wind 160 and 14 gust 24, altimeter 3002, departing from...
Okay, there's going to be a helicopter departing from the southeast portion of the field, southeast.
Come on, here we go, thank you.
Reference on the go.
Copy that.
Bell 417, hold your position as Cessna crossing Bravo.
Yeah, copy, we got them. We'll be ready when they cross.
We're at 85.
We're at 80.
November 8 Sierra Papa, turn left for taxiway Charlie, hold short of runway 16, remain this frequency. Thanks for your help.
Holding short. Left Charlie,
Obviously have the runway bay.
Ground effect.
Not bad, sir.
Identify flaps, 10 degrees.
10 degrees.
Hey, we're going full throttle. That was a fairly smooth landing.
You know what I've noticed?
417, taxiway Bravo.
You know what I've noticed? Whenever it's a little bit more windier outside, my landings are a lot better.
Yeah.
417 on the go, will be left again.
Bell 417, roger, left traffic approved.
Gear going
and
up.
traffic, Centurion departing on the parallel runway.
A visual, 417, and got him inside there.
November 8
You're
Sierra
up.
Papa, cross runway 16 and contact ground control 121.9.
Watch for that helicopter out here.
I see him.
Okay.
121.9, Sierra Papa.
Centurion 20 Yankee, traffic just ahead and to your left is a low-level helicopter southeastbound. Altitude indicates 1,200. Had a helicopter in sight.
20 Yankee traffic in sight, we'll turn behind him.
Centurion 20 Yankee, roger, maintain visual separation with that helicopter. Runway 16, clear touch and go. If you touch and go, make left traffic.
20 Yankee, clear touch and go, 16 on the go, we'll continue left closed. Good little downtown shot, downtown. Well, that worked out very nicely.
Yeah, it did.
The approach, the landing, her putting a Cessna in front of us, it all worked out.
It all worked out. They
Yep.
switched that Cessna. Okay, a little high here. All right, so you want to put the camera down?
All right, let me turn it off. All right, I'm gonna put it right back here on the floor.
Okay, so the plan here is that you're gonna, the plane's gonna be yours. You're gonna land it. I have gear up at pattern altitude right now. 120 knots. The plane's yours?
All right, my plane. Let me
Your plane.
Forward. Yep. Sit on the flap.
I've got the communications.
Okay. We're way past it. Yeah, I know. Here's coming down.
You're going down. I have green light. And
green light.
Here.
Verified.
You're at 105 and 104 on your airspeed. I'm going to trim us a little bit.
Okay. I went a little bit farther downwind, but that's okay. We were switching.
Yeah.
Keep us a little bit above what I wanted.
Okay, we're at 98.
Nobody on final.
Hey.
417, ready to go left traffic.
Yeah, 417 left traffic approved. Taxi Bravo, clear for the option traffic. 1 mile final for the pillar.
Copy the 4 mile traffic and we're on the go, 417.
Okay, we got a green light again. We're verified. We're going to go full flaps here in just a second.
Okay.
Meacham Tower, Care Flight 1.
Care Flight 1, Meacham Tower.
Off of Harris, on our way to Harris Southwest.
Full flaps, and on the go, we'll verify first.
Care Flight 1, wind 160 with 12, gust 22, altimeter 3002, and off.
Gears down, green light.
Frequency change approved.
Can never do that too many times.
Just right behind you at your 5 to 6 o'clock.
Slightly.
Care Flight 1.
401 Meacham Tower.
Yeah, 401, we've got Care Flight 1. We'll maintain vision.
Lined up good.
Right on the path. We got traffic right above us.
Yep, I see that guy. We're sitting at 85 knots.
Don't forget you're going to float.
Yeah, that's true.
Alright. 3 white, 1 red.
Like they got some traffic coming out behind us, so this may be more difficult.
And November 22 Foxtrot Whiskey will be ready to sequence at the N16.
November 22 Foxtrot Whiskey, Meacham Tower, where you're
go
released.
to 10.
Roger that, hold short for Fox Whiskey.
Wind check.
You're at 80.
November 779 Romeo Kilo, Meacham Tower, will you be ready at the end?
Matt did great on his landing. Not only is he a tower controller at a Class D airport, Matt also has his private pilot's license and his instrument rating. It was a bit bumpy in the skies that day, so we went ahead and headed back to Hicks.
So yesterday when you and I were flying Meacham, which is where you work the tower, we were told to extend our downwind because he had some traffic sequencing he was working on. My big question as a pilot is when I'm told to extend the downwind, does that mean he's going to call my base?
If he tells you to extend your downwind, and he doesn't give you like extend downwind 1 mile or extend downwind 10 seconds, then yes, I think you can safely assume that they will call your base. Because as a tower controller, if I tell you to extend downwind, I'll normally just put I'll call your base on the end of it. Makes things a lot easier.
Yeah, and he did, and he came in a few seconds later and called our base. So it all worked out, but that's a good one to...
But if it didn't, all you got to do is fly downwind for about 30 seconds to a minute, and if you don't hear anything, just confirm you're still extending downwind. Doesn't hurt to ask.
And then for Meacham Airport, Foxtrot Tango Whiskey, you were talking about different classifications. It's a Class D, but according to traffic, the FAA gives them different... Tell me about all that.
So the levels of facilities that they have start at 4, which is a relatively slow facility, and they go all the way up to 12, which is like DFW. Meacham is a 6, which means we have so many flying ops per year that let us be a 6. If we had, I think we're actually on track to become a level 7 because of how busy it's getting. But I don't know much more about that. They said we're on track for it, and that's the last I heard of it, so that'd be great. But facilities are based off of the obviously they're based off of how busy they are, and they get assigned a level for however many ops they have per year. Around here, Meacham's a 6, Alliance is a 5, Addison's a 5. This is all the last time I checked this also. DFW is a 12. Spinks is not FAA affiliated.
It's not. It's a Class D with FAA tower op controller.
They follow. No, not an FAA controller. They follow the FAA rules because they're the rules.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Contract tower.
A contract tower. Huh.
So third party company that hires controllers to come in there, follow all the same rules, and do the same job essentially.
About how many controllers work Meacham in the tower?
We got roughly about 12 to 15, I think.
And then how often is it just one person in the tower, or are there times you have two, like somebody's running ground, or how does that all work?
So during the daytime, roughly from around 7 a.m. to around 7 or 8 p.m., there's always going to be at least 2 people in the tower. The only time you'll have one is extenuating circumstances, or somebody just threw up like me, and that's all right. But for the most part, it's 2 during the day, and then it goes down to a single man op at night because it's just slow. There's nothing going on. The other night I worked a mid. I worked one airplane. He came in and landed, and then he took back off about an hour later.
Oh wow!
So yeah, it's not much to going on up there at that time. So.
And do you guys take turns at ground and tower and everything?
Oh yeah. We have to work both within that facility. So yeah, there's pro time requirements, 16 hours at least here at Meacham, 16 hours on ground, 16 on local.
All right, well, very good. Thanks for going flying with me.
Almost there.
I'm sure we'll go again.
I'm sure I'll bring my barf back next time.
All right. Very cool.